All right. Well, season two was incredible. A lot of people hate this season. I don't really understand that hate too much. Obviously, it's like continuing, what was set up. So things have to be done a certain way, and I think a lot of people hate like the boringness of Hopper going after the pumpkins, and trying to see that. I think it's so interesting. Like that's where they took it. Like I really love that storyline. I thought it was interesting how the mind flayer kind of infiltrated the real world Hawkins area, by putting stuff through, the ground and stuff like that. I thought it was really interesting to see, Elle, go off on her own, come back. Obviously, the Lost Sister episode lives in infamy, and I'm not even going to dive into it too much, but I thought like from beginning to end, where Hawkins was kind of at now, how they were treating Will, but then like they don't know anything that was going on. And then we see the Doctor in the end. He becomes like kind of a good guy, by helping Elle out. So maybe that salvages things. But it is interesting how this season opened up the idea that there's other people like Elle out in the world. One, two, that the mind flayer can get into the real world, and then as well as not only was the mind flayer able to get into the real world, we saw a Demogorgon that was being raised, Dart, that was being raised by Dustin, actually act cordial to Dustin, and that's so interesting that I think it's overlooked a lot. It's like we see that they have consciousness, and so that I thought this season, I thought the story was really cool. How they continued it, I didn't think it was boring. I gave this season a 9 out of 10. 1 point lower I'd give it than the first season. But yeah, I thought it was, it stayed with the small themes still. And really from beginning to end, I thought it was so good. Like episode 4, 5, 8, the way they ended, it's such a good ending as well with the snowball at the end, and everything from like Max and Lucas to Dustin and Nancy dancing at the ball was great. Steve sending Dustin off. Max was a great addition. It's always tough when you introduce a new character that's going to be a mainstay, and she knocked it out of the park. Billy, we got a new villain. Billy did an incredible job. He is the absolute worst. Mrs. Wheeler and Billy, that might be a showmance coming in the future. Showmance? I don't know if that's it, but yeah, everything, Bob was great. Obviously, a really sad death. Most annoying death. Couldn't he die like actually doing something, not smiling at Joyce like right in front of the door? That was a little rough. But yeah, I mean, everything. I really really enjoyed it. We got kind of the end to Eleven's mom. Whole saga there. I didn't honestly realize how much they went into it in both the first and second seasons. I even like Nancy and Jonathan. Towards the end of the season, where they were, Steve kind of gave. We know how I feel about Steve. Steve's the goat, but Steve kind of gave his like to, hey Nancy, do your thing. You like Jonathan more, and so I kind of like their whole thing. I forget what that one dude's name is with the glasses. Murray. Like he's obviously great, but I mean, them getting it out to the media, and now the world knows what's going on in Hawkins, and I think that was like a big question where it's like um, how much does the rest of the world know what's going on here? So that was cool, and kind of giving it to them. And it was interesting how Murray said like we're kind of giving it to them like what they can digest. It was really, honestly, I loved every second of that. Yeah, I think everything, the Ghostbusters at Halloween, that was so funny. And yeah, I really really enjoyed it. I thought it was a little annoying how mad they were at Max. I thought that was a little bit much. Like I almost felt like it was like weird how much Max was trying to cozy up to everybody, from like 11 to Mike to Dustin. Every single person. I don't care what the reasoning was. It was just a really, really. They're not this mean of a group. And then it was also funny that Will never met Elle. I just thought until obviously, did they even meet in the end? I don't even think. They were at the ball together, so maybe they've met. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna watch season 3. As of right now, season 2, I would say season 1, Joyce Winona Ryder, number 1 best actor. Season 2, Noah Schnapp cooked with Will in season 2. This was just unbelievable work from him. I thought he did an incredible job, and I thought Elle coming in second once again, back to back season, she was the second best actor or actress, yeah. And then Hopper did a great job. Like the acting is just they didn't go down. Like Lucas, one of my favorite characters in the show, he took his game to the next level with working with Max. Like he was so good. Steve, Hopper, Nancy, Matt, Lucas, probably still my faves. Bob, huge fan in this one, but yeah, it was a good one. And looking forward to season 3.